Welcome to Soccer As We Like It, the Euro 2021 edition. You must remember these guys. These are our regulars. Sam, Houston Red Army, and Joe, Houston Red Army. We're just here to talk about the game. Yesterday was a game. We tried to see United players play for England and one play for Scotland. What was your take on the England-Scotland game? Quickly.
Oh, it's a boring game, to be honest with you. The way England actually started the game, I feel like it would be obviously, given the old rivalry, it would be a very exciting game.
Oh, yeah.
But the way it started, I feel like England kind of just, they lost the momentum. Like the way they started, their midfield was not compact. They are not making so many chances. To be honest with you, Scotland dominated the game.
That's
if
right.
you see the statistics, they made more shots on target than England. And with a star-studded lineup like England, how would you even expect that they can't even beat Scotland? And especially when McTominay was playing as a right centre back.
You see what I
And
mean?
they can't
That
even
I
make a
didn't see
score on
coming.
goal.
So you had
I'm very
talent over passion.
Yeah, I'm very disappointed in England, but I'm not surprised. It's an old school England team, good on paper, but on the field, their performance is so mediocre. And Southgate, he got to actually keep his mind straight, and sometimes he has to make good serves, doesn't wait for like 18 minutes like Ole does. It seems like he's kind of feeling on Ole's shoes when he became a manager of England. So I'm pretty disappointed in England's performance. I hope they will progress to the next round, but I won't see this England will progress beyond quarterfinal.
Right.
I'm making that statement.
Huh? Joe, the England-Scotland yesterday, you had Man United players playing, had Bradford, you had Luke Shaw, I think those were the only two playing, and we had McTominay on the other side.
I mean, it was an absolute snooze fest. Very disappointing game from the England squad. And just as how Sam just said, notice you could have taken your whole assessment of the game and placed it in one of our games. One of our shitty games where we played one of these lower teams, but because that team was organized and they had passion and they had drive, they were able to look a lot better, and that's exactly what it is. It's just like with us during the season.
Not able to break down the defense.
If you're not structured, if you don't have a style of play, shut up, Ben. If you don't have a style of play, and you're gonna look suspect, and that's exactly what it looked like. And it seems like Gareth Southgate was just looking for a moment of brilliance, a moment of magic.
Individual.
And he was just he got the formation wrong, he got the strategy wrong, he got the substitutions wrong, and he got the substitution types wrong. He got everything wrong.
Yeah, I think the only way England could have won if the Mount's header would have gone in the back of the net instead of hitting the woodwork.
Right. So England drew 0-0 with Scotland. Scotland had the more passion. Scotland were the better team overall. They dominated the game, had the better chances, but didn't take them back. It is what it is. We now move on to the game between Portugal, who are the current holders, against a team from Germany who are supposed to be on decline. But it was a different ball game today, mate. Sammy, what did you think? I mean, the final score was completely...
To be honest with you, I'm going to say, in my opinion, it's one of the best games in Euros so far. Okay,
4-2.
The way the game started, first, Germany scored that goal. It was kind of ruled out because of the offside. But Germany started showing their resilience right from the beginning. This is Germany which we've seen in the last few years. It was missing in the 2018 World Cup because they kind of like knocked out in the first round. It was unbelievable. They got beaten by Mexico and South Korea. But it seems like they started getting their mojo back. Okay,
Right.
This Germany we kind of like seen for last 2 decades. So Germany kind of literally controlled the midfield. I feel like Bruno was totally off from. He was not in his game. And Cristiano Ronaldo, again, he tried his best, but he can't just play against a resilient, resurgent German team. So I feel like Germany should get credit for this win. And again, scoring 4 goals, it doesn't matter who is the Portugal defense, but I thought Pepe or Ruben Dias would have done it better. Especially Ruben Dias actually had such a good season again for City, right? And after that, how would you actually make all those blunders? So, but again, full credit to Germany. They showed their resiliency. It's an old German side we're kind of like used to looking for, and the way Thomas Muller and the whole Joachim Löw's team actually stood up, and they made the group very entertaining. It's kind of anybody's game, right? Anybody's group right now. Anybody could progress to the next round. And hats up to Germany for showing what they are. And Portugal, obviously, the hope is not over yet. I still want Portugal to progress because I want Cristiano Ronaldo to progress and more, and Bruno obviously. But I think this game is kind of showing that why Portugal is lacking. What is the main thing Portugal is lacking? Their defense is not formidable. Their defense has a lot of loopholes. And Cristiano Ronaldo and Bruno can't cover that gap.
Maybe they need Maguire.
maybe. Okay. If England doesn't have a lot of chances, then maybe Maguire can play for Portugal.
So maybe
but
they
they have
need
more
Lindelof.
chances to
Lindelof.
progress. to the
Lindelof,
semi-final.
Lindelof, the man of the match for his
Yeah,
country.
because
Okay.
England is not even top 3 as a favorite to win this
No,
Euro Cup.
they're not.
Okay, so
No.
maybe Maguire could play for Portugal. There will be a better chance to win the Euro Cup. So anyway, so my assessment for today's game is very entertaining. Germany showed the true color finally, but I'm a little disappointed on Portugal that I didn't expect that they would concede 4 goals. But I thought it would
The
be a
goals were
2-1
poor.
or 3-2 after, but
Yeah.
4-2 is kind of a little, I guess, exaggerated performance for Portugal. Just to, the defense was not good.
They considered 3 goals and 1 own goal. I mean, all the goals were just balls into the box. Lack of
Yeah.
defending. The
exactly.
goalkeeper did. The 4th goal, I thought the keeper could have just done a bit
He was
better.
not in his position.
At all, but the defense was just like all over the place. But what did you think of Portugal Germany today?
Great response by the Germans after the loss.
Going to go down.
Going to go down. Great reaction. I mean, first half they looked great. I mean, this looked like they had them buzzing. The movement was clean. It looked like old Germany again. Of course, Portugal did suffer as far as their defense, but they also suffered because Bruno Fernandes.
So Joe, you were saying the German game today with Portugal. What were you saying was the problem that Germany was so good? Was it Portugal just so bad?
Portugal was bad, but great response by the Germans, especially conceding the first goal. They looked great until the concession of the first goal. It looked like
So
Germany
they started very well.
They started very well, and then
They
Portugal.
scored that first goal in the 3 minutes, right?
Portugal 13th minute Portugal
13
scored on a breakout.
Yeah, on a breakout.
Yeah.
Very good goal, by the way. Great.
Yeah,
goal.
just one end. It was like a United kind of.
Started with Cristiano with the clearance and ended with Cristiano at the other end.
Yeah.
He actually had a great sprint, actually.
Great sprint, right? So Cristiano
For a
just beat
36-year-old guy.
Yeah.
Chris. He doesn't drink. Hey, it's all
He
about
don't
that water.
drink- Where's our Coca-Cola bottles? Not
No,
today.
no, bro, no. We're following Cristiano Ronaldo's footsteps.
So, great reaction by the Germans. Strong reaction. I'm sure like this group is going to be the one to talk about moving forward. Portugal did not help themselves with Bruno. Bruno Fernandes had a terrible game. Their defender was terrible, and it's clear like Portugal didn't seem like they were able to truly break down the Germans because you can clearly tell that the class and the quality of Bruno Fernandes was just not there. Even making Sanchez looking a lot better. He was definitely a lot more effective in the midfield than Bruno. So I don't know what Bruno has to do. And we all know Bruno is capable of these kind of games.
Yeah.
These stinkers when he just disappears. And if there's not somebody else there to back him up like a Pogba, then things go awry. So great response by the Germans, and
Right, you've heard it from. We've talked about the Scotland-England game, which was 0-0. We've talked about the Germany-Portugal game, with the holders losing to a resurging Germany team by 4 goals to 2. This is our soccer as we like it, the Euro 2020 team. You remember Sammy, Houston Red Army, and Joe. I'm Tim Rossi Holt. We shall see you in our next video. From us, don't forget to like, share, subscribe by hitting the logo at the bottom right. We shall see you in our next game. See you guys very soon. Later, we're out of there.